Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Joy Odimegu, a herbal medicine expert. Welcome to the September edition of One Man's Meat is Another Man's Poison podcast. Today, we will continue the discussion on poisoning in herbal medicines, as I promised in August, because certain questions came up, and more than 500 people have seen the podcast of July, the highest of all the editions, which shows that it's a topical, very topical issue that many people are interested in. Because a lot of us take herbal medicines, but some of them can actually poison us. Later, I will speak briefly about prevention and treatment of Mpox with herbal medicines. So, a question that came up on poisoning in herbal medicines is the use of plants as antioxidants. Typically, people use them as teas. Someone asked, why have I advised people to steer away from soursop leaves if they are not cancer patients? Because soursop leaves have antioxidants, and she felt that she's getting antioxidants from soursop leaves. True, one can get antioxidants from taking soursop leaves tea, but they also contain powerful cytotoxic compounds. These are compounds that kills cells. And we have evidence that these compounds actually kill cancer cells significantly, and they fuel healthy cells. Right now, I am actually in the process of developing these extracts from soursop into nanomedicines for breast cancers, but used in specialized targeted therapy so that the compounds go straight to the cancer cells and destroy them without harming healthy cells. So, if someone routinely takes soursop leaves as tea in order to get antioxidants from it, I can categorically tell you that it's not safe. I will list some plants here that have a lot of antioxidants that one can use as an alternative to soursop leaves. And these are broccoli, spinach, carrots, and potatoes, including potato leaves, which are edible and rich in minerals. Other plants that one can get a lot of antioxidants from are cabbage, asparagus, avocados, leaves, and fruits. Typically in West Africa, where I live and carry out my research, avocado leaves are not typically consumed, but they are edible. Beetroot, radish, lettuce, pumpkin, collard greens, and kale. All these plants are mostly vegetables. They are all high in antioxidants. Note also that some common spices like clove, oregano, cinnamon all have high antioxidant content. They are all better as sources of antioxidants than soursop leaves. So it's better to avoid what may poison and take what is completely healthy. Now, let's talk about Mpox, but very briefly. I'm available for questions in the comments. There is an epidemic of Mpox in the world now. It's global. Mpox is a viral disease with symptoms that include fever, intense headaches, muscle aches, back pain, low energy, swollen lymph nodes, and painful skin rashes and boils. Social distancing is actively advised to prevent the infection. The first line of defense is social distancing, you know, not to um, press oneself against other people and to avoid where there are a lot of crowds. Another way to prevent Mpox is improved personal cleanliness by washing hands more frequently these days and with soap and water. And where these are not available, to use a good hand sanitizer. So, natural prevention can actually be achieved. Natural prevention of Mpox can be achieved by consuming neem tea, neem leaf tea. Last month in August, I described the neem plant as the GOAT of herbals. And it is so. Neem tea, prepared by boiling 2 leaves of neem in 1 liter of water for 10 minutes, and then drink 200 ml in the morning, 200 ml in the evening, not only can prevent getting infected with Mpox, it will also boost one's immunity. The caveat there is that neem is very bitter, so some people don't like the taste, but as medicine, it's okay and is a natural way to prevent an infection that is taking over the whole world. One has to be very careful. If one fears that he or she has contracted the infection, one can use the tea to bath daily and leave it on instead of toweling dry after washing, after bathing, to leave on the water from the tea to dry on the skin. And the symptoms will disappear after about a week or two. There are other antiviral plants one can use, like basil leaves and aloe vera. The others will be in the comments so that the podcast is not prolonged. Thank you so much for listening and for seeking and achieving a healthy life. In October, I'll be discussing foods as medicines. Keep subscribing and listening. Thank you. Ciao.